In 5, 4, 3. Woo! Welcome back to the Thank Us Later podcast. I am your girl, TS, soon to be dropping the J in 45 days.
Oh my God. Goodness. That is like nothing.
I know.
I'm scared.
You scared? I'm scared. No, for
The
real.
anxiety.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared.
You scared?
I'm for
Don't be
real.
nervous. I know you're
I'm nervous now. We had to apply for. Who are you?
I'm Angel. I thought they knew about a woo.
You
No.
gotta introduce your
All
friend.
right.
We may have new listeners today, friend.
It's Angel, y'all. It's
All
me,
right.
Same person.
But no, we had to apply for our marriage license, like an appointment, because they book it up.
Yeah.
I was like, so my wedding planner was like, yeah, you need to get on it now, so when y'all get there, land, boom, you can have it. And I was like, ooh,
It's real, huh?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
When it come to mail, you gonna cry? Like, oh my God, it's for real. This marriage is I'm tied to you.
It's real.
Yes.
Like, this is real. This is
Real deal.
Like, this ain't just like, oh, that's my man, we cute or whatever. No, this is like
Forever.
legally bond to you. And then our last session we had with our Pastor Winans. Don't listen to this podcast. But we talked about sex.
Okay, now we talking. Tell me more.
And he used the word. All week I've been like, don't defraud me.
Okay.
Because basically you become one when you had that going on. And so Pastor was like, you can't defraud him and he can't defraud you. He was like, it's none of that on a weekend or come on, let's get it over with. No, you need to give your husband your body and vice versa. So I've been telling Kevin.
Wait, back it up because I really want to understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so when he's saying don't defraud him, what does he mean?
It's in the Bible. So basically meaning that you cannot say no. You cannot.
Never?
No. You're defrauding your spouse when you say no.
Because the headache?
No, he said none of that. He said your body is your spouse's and your spouse's body is yours. And so if I want you to go ahead and drop them drawers,
you can't turn over.
You can't be like, no.
Oh, look.
So
Pastor Winans. Now, I'm going to look this up.
Listen, my book is over there, friend. I got the scripture because I've been saying it. I'll be like, every time Calvin be like, don't be defrauding me now. And he just be like, because, okay, just a little background, not to tell my business. I am, if you read my book one day, if y'all want to.
Shout it out so that they can know.
Okay.
Because you got fans, girl.
It's Her Buried Secrets, y'all, over there.
It's on Amazon.
But,
tell them by who? They got it.
By TSJ, y'all.
TSJ, yes, y'all. Y'all go Amazon.
But anywho, the book I discussed like
very juicy.
My background about being very super sexual, all that good stuff. But my fiance is not. He's never been. And like some people, like when I tell them, they be like, "Oh, that's just fake." No, he's not. I mean, of course he is into sex, but he's not like me. So
it's like you have a lust for it.
I did, but now I feel like after we broke up, I've learned like I'm like, oh, this is not.
It's not just
It's about who you with to make you like
that part.
So when we got together, like, okay, we gotta stop. But that's the thing, is like, and that's how he is. But he's been like that. It's the person for him. It's not just, oh, let me smash because I can, like, type stuff. So, anywho's, yeah. So he can't be defrauding me because I told him, come here, bring that dick here.
So that means that you can never defraud him.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't.
You say that, but you
Friend,
set the tone now.
Friend, I won't.
All right,
I'm telling you.
First time they defraud, I'm like, I know I ain't finna defraud. Y'all, when we got it, it's literally here.
It's on record.
Cause y'all know I forget stuff, it's on record.
How you been doing, friend?
I've been doing really good. Last week I did mention on the IG live that my uncle passed away. My Uncle Mac, I love my Uncle Mac. Yes, like my Uncle Mac was a real uncle. Y'all, like he looked out for you. You know the type of like, anybody go mess with my niece? That type of man. He was hilarious. He let her cook. He let her fish. He let her go to bed loud.
Awesome.
And what I do want to say about my Uncle Mac is because he married my aunt.
Okay.
Who's my dad's sister, my Auntie Wanda.
Gotcha.
And I was explaining to Kenny, I was like, their love showed me a different love. So, yes, I was raised with my mom and dad, and I seen the love. And when I look at my mom and dad's love, I say, they're great partners. Like, they're in love with each other, but they, like, complement each other in partnership. Like, I know that they run a household and nobody, like, she wouldn't leave him to fend for himself, and he wouldn't leave her.
Okay.
So, it's a partnership. But for my Auntie Wanda and my Uncle Mac, they showed me their marriage was sexy to me.
Ooh, come on, Auntie Wanda, Uncle Mac.
They the couple that they don't care if nobody in the party is dancing. They gonna get on that dance floor in ballroom.
Oh,
they gonna do everything.
They got that romance
it's
going on.
It's real romance, and it's like you can feel it, like they are in love.
Black love,
girl. Even when I was younger, they would have like matching leather outfits. You know, back in the day, in the 80s,
y'all better come through.
He had like the curls.
Oh, the Jerry curl.
Yes, and my aunt was a model.
Oh,
so just they were like they're both very good looking people, you know. So they were very like just into each other. And one time, you know, when I used to go over their house, I noticed like he would do everything for her. So it'd be something, they were friends, like real friends. So it'd be like, hey Mac, I want you to build me, expand this room and make it into a bathroom. He's like, yeah, Wanda, that'll be a good project. And you come over and their bathroom is like, yeah, they would do things together. They always drank wine. They would go to like downtown just to walk. All this, like this happened for a year. Like this ain't like a new thing. My uncle was 66 years old. They have been dating still. They was literally on a date still. Like they always were together. So I'm like, it just, my heart broke. I miss him, but my heart broke for her because it's like, it's a different kind of thing when you're like, oh yeah, you're married, but it's like, that's your person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Aww.
Rest in peace, Uncle Mac.
All that love to Auntie Wanda.
Yes. Yes, please, y'all. Send her love. Pray for my auntie.
Yes.
Pray for my cousin Dee too.
Yes, Dee.
And then I was, you know, it was like, this is the first funeral since the pandemic. So, you know, people wasn't having funerals like that. It wasn't a lot of people. So I got to see a lot of people. And it was just good to, it's sad under the circumstances, but it was good to see your loved ones. Yeah. So they was quick and easy. Like they gave you carryouts. Okay. So you know how people stay around the church? No. None of that. You come get your
food. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Listen. Okay.
It was good. It was good. Good homegoing.
Yes. Love the homegoings.
Yes, y'all. I'm happy to be back here though, because we took a break.
We did take a little 1 week break, but what we gotta tell the listeners, do what you think we gonna do, friend? Because you know I'm about to get married and I ain't about to be on no podcast. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm kidding. Wait a minute, you gonna be one of those? One of those?
I'm kidding, y'all. But the week of the wedding, we probably won't have anything. Because she gonna be there too.
I wouldn't ask that much of you. I'd be like, no, I bought my mic, Tiffany.
We not gonna
Kevin gonna be like, no, Mrs. Young is busy.
Look at them young babies. Well, let's talk about that 313 Spotlight, the business and services that we shout out in the Metro Detroit area. I want to shout out my braider, and she is Bella J Braids. Shout out to Bella.
Support her.
Yes, listen, she did these braids if you're watching.
And they look so good.
Listen,
and you got more length, I know.
Yes, listen, I tried to be fast.
I know you was being fast.
I tried to
talking about defrauding and stuff, and came out here and acted up. I don't know what they doing over here, y'all. I don't know.
Listen, Bella J Braids. She's on Instagram. It's Bella_J, so JAI _braids_, and she's located at 19464 Livernois, Suite 6 in Detroit. So that's between Outer Drive and 8 Mile, if you're familiar with that area. That's over there where Good Times is.
Okay.
So she literally, she does scalp treatments, she does box braids, knotless, spring twist, crochet, distress locks. I mean,
Go ahead.
She does the one, honey, and she does it by herself. And how about this? You out of there in 4 to 5 hours.
That's what I'm talking about. Speedy.
I mean, she be.
Yes. Yeah.
And you should be like, all right, girl. I'll be like, wait.
Next, I got another person coming. You got
so go. She's amazing. And she has regular, if you want to come during, like, after you get off of work, she does 24 hour.
Wow.
So you just got to, obviously, you have to call and make an appointment, and pay your deposit because you got to do it. But at the end of the day, you still it goes towards your service. And she's done my hair at like 8 o'clock at night. Started at 8 o'clock at night.
Girl, you ain't leaving no money on the floor.
So listen, we gonna of course put her on our Instagram.
Add her, y'all.
And you guys add her and all of that good stuff. But let's talk about this TV recap real quick before we get into our subject, our topic for today. But friend, because we gotta catch up. We didn't even talk about the season finale of our show, BMF.
Oh, goodness, we that behind?
Yeah, it's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. Because, we record in advance.
So what you said, it ended up happening. You said, I want Kato to die. You wrong. Kato, she the reason why.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand. I was so excited. I was like, but it was the scene for me. It was the scene for me because she was like, I love you. And he was like, pow, I love you too, baby.
She looked scared.
Well, I would be too. I have a gun at my head. I would be scared too.
But I think she might have.
She thought that jump was. Remember when I talked about it? She thought it was gonna work again.
Yeah, she tried it,
and he was like, "Yeah, no."
She tried it,
no. Yeah, you gotta go.
I was cool. I was wondering about him too. I didn't think he had it in him. I thought he was one of them.
I feel like at the end of the day, you are more loyal to your boys than a chick.
Some of them are. Some of them not.
The weak ones are.
I definitely thought that he was.
At first I didn't, and then when he let her finagle her in the beginning, finagle him in the beginning, I was like, what? But then I saw it in his eyes, like when they cornered Lamar, your boy, and cornered her, and I was like, oh, he about to kill her. I knew it. And Lamar is not dead.
Yeah, that's the part I was going to ask. Do you think he dead? Yeah, I don't think he's dead. Like they kept saying, he's like somebody that never dies. They kept saying that in the beginning. So obviously.
Because my thing is, why didn't you finish him off?
And you know how his car license plate is 666. So I think they was trying to tell us something like this nigga never died. Just to keep us wondering, like, he gonna pop back up.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if Lamar gonna pop back up.
I love the scene with Southwest T and Meech when they're at Hart Plaza. If you're familiar with Detroit, they were down at Hart Plaza. And he was just like, I'm out of it. I'm out of the game. And he just walked away. And it was so, it was so, they didn't say much, but it was so much said.
Womb to the tomb, nigga.
Oh. What did he say for him?
Womb to the tomb, nigga. That's what he said. I was like, oh.
And he kept walking.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings, though, because I'm like, oh, Meech, like, for you to be that close and connected, like, if anything, if all this go down, I know my brother got me. All these other people, they replaced what my brother got me. And for him to be like, no, I'm out. Oh, my heart
Stand your ground. I loved it. Because at the end of the day, we got our sister boyfriend killed. Yeah. With all these other people dying around us.
My eye. Don't forget my eye gone.
My eye's gone. My girl left me and my baby.
Yep.
It's just too much.
And then you messing stuff up with the connect. Where are we going with that? Because first of all, you're pushing your way in when
I told you more than once no, and you like
kind of hard-headed.
Yeah, that's what usually happens.
Meech.
But then we got I need to know your thoughts on Insecure, our other show of that we love so much here at Think It's Later podcast. Okay. But I'm really starting not to like this show, to be honest.
Okay, tell me why.
I feel like it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I feel like this is more of a just a regular season, but it's boring as fuck. I'm sorry.
A lot of people been saying that, and I'm gonna tell you, like I told the last people, this is the last season. Just let them go out and be quiet. You ain't gotta worry about them coming back. They gonna go. They
wasn't gonna come back if they was gonna do this season.
I think that's why they're going out.
It's boring. My prediction, because since I'm doing predictions,
okay,
because we only got 2 episodes left.
You did predict Kato.
My prediction is they're gonna do their version of a Whitney and Dwayne wedding scene.
Sure, child, please save me. Don't come over
there. They are going to, but I don't know if it's going to be an actual wedding, but I feel like it's going to be something of a, Issa going to be like, all right, I'm with Nathan. Let me just try to be in this situation. And then here comes Lawrence, baby, please. I feel like, I feel it. I feel it in my veins.
First of all, I was wondering if she was on some type of drugs that was making her hallucinate. I was very confused in this last episode because I was like,
oh, the last episode. So
I was wondering, did she take Nathan's drugs?
Okay.
By accident?
I don't know. But I feel like I didn't like the fact that they made her other reality with her if she didn't take the offer from that company.
So less than.
That part. Because why?
Yeah, it was like,
I didn't like
you
that.
You go big or you go...
That part.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
So I didn't like
she
that.
come back to the same apartment after all them years. Come on, or or it's like either go white or you go black. That's
right.
what I took from.
That's what. Yeah, pretty much. Because people are asking like, well, why can't she go work with the company and also be with Krishan? And it's like because they're gonna try to change him. That's why she has to pick one or the other. But whatever.
Nathan kind of literally said something like that in the video too. Yeah.
Did you see? Though not this episode, but the episode prior, when Tiffany had revealed that she was going to be moving, and they were sitting on the bed in Issa's room. Did you see? Because I be peeping there. Did you see how Tiffany? So Tiffany had her hand like this, and Issa's hand was like this, but she had her hand like this, but her other hand was holding Kelly's. But you can try to tell, like she was just like how she, like I don't want to touch you.
Because she was mad she was leaving.
I feel like in real life. So I'm an actress, so I'm gonna act like I'm holding your hand, but I don't really like you in real life, so I don't want to touch you.
You don't think Issa likes Amanda Seales?
I don't think Amanda Seales or Issa care for each other.
Okay. I think that I could see that.
Because only reason why I said that is because everyone from the Insecure cast was invited and went to Issa's wedding but her.
I can see
everybody.
I can see that because Issa's real unproblematic, and then you got Amanda Seales that's like, I want to shake up the place. So I can see how that could be overbearing sometimes, and they probably don't mesh as well. Even just thinking about how this is based off of really Issa's life and her best friend, how Molly is like they kind of mesh better. So I could definitely see them not really rocking with each other. But that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It was the last season, so she probably like, hold my damn hand.
No, but she literally at first she was like this. This is Amanda and this is Issa. Like this is Issa and Amanda was like this.
Amanda,
and I was like, and I thought I was the only one that saw that, but I had talked to my friend Whitney. Shout out to Whitney, she a listener of this show.
Yes, Whitney.
She was like, I saw that shit too, and I was like, yeah, like I literally rewinded, and I was like, she literally, but she was holding Kelly hand like this, like it was all on her, and I was like, dang, that's interesting.
Or do you think that it's Amanda don't feel comfortable? Like maybe she
No, I think it's mutual.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we gotta go through this melanated news
come on here and tell us.
Yeah, tell us the tea. Tell us the tea, because I want you here. But I want to go through this melanated news real quick because we got a really juicy topic. What we talking about, friend, today?
Girl, how long do it take men to mature?
Just be a man about it. You ain't gotta let me. All right, so before we get into that, did you hear about? Well, we talked about it on
IG Live.
IG Live too, but when we had discussed the cancel culture and we talked about Jussie Smollett.
Oh God, that man.
Did you hear?
I'm tired of hearing.
So listen, y'all. If you don't know about the whole thing, because I've been invested, okay? Because listen, y'all don't understand.
You're trying to get to the bottom of who put through that bleach on Jussie, huh?
So Jussie said his trial began a couple weeks ago. And again, if you're not familiar, on January 29th, 2019, but January 29th is my wedding day. So it's going to be a positive day going forward in 2022. But anywho, Jussie went to Chicago police and alleged he'd been assaulted during the early morning hours at the 300 block of East Lower North Water Street. This man said two people, which he said was the whites, wearing a MAGA hat, the whites. He claimed they shouted racial and homophobic slurs at him, poured an unknown chemical substance, which was possible bleach, on him, and then did all this, y'all, and then tied a noose around his neck.
Oh, when he lied, he lied.
Okay. Now, the prosecutors alleged that he did a dry run. So basically, he acted this out a day before.
Oh, no, he did.
That's what they said. They said that he...
Insane.
He said that he also paid them.
In advance.
$3,500 to stage the attack.
That's exactly how they told on his ass.
Just
That's
35?
all you paid?
Just 35? I said, when I read that, I said...
You paid him $3,500.
You was getting that Empire money. That's it.
To trust your secrets too. Like come on.
So this is what they alleged he was doing. Now, I didn't know this, but our vice president, Kamala, she wasn't our vice president at the time. She was actually behind him. She said this is modern day lynching at that time, but then she retracted her statement when the rumors started saying he was lying. She was trying to get on something.
Because I ain't seen her since.
Listen, she about to be out there because our president, he on his way out, literally. But
you feel like that?
No, I think he's sick.
Don't say that.
I don't want to say it, but I think it's gonna happen.
Say that, huh?
So
don't say that.
All of this went on, and his trial has went on. Well, as of it was December 9th, Jesse has been found guilty of 5 counts of disorderly conduct for making false reports to police that he was a victim of a hate crime. And he was acquitted on 1 count of felony disorderly conduct. Now, it was a 12-person jury that deliberated for more than 9 hours before they made it.
So somebody was trying to fight for him.
Yeah, but it's like...
It's kind of hard.
It's hard.
You put your back up against
so, friend, I just, we talked about it, and I was just like, I knew he was lying when his sister didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Because she didn't come out and say, oh my God, I'm fighting. All she said, let me go ahead and figure it out.
Like that, the black and white.
Exactly. She about that life.
So she probably like, why are you playing in my lane? Because I do this.
That part.
I make all these pro-black movies and stuff, and you doing this, just playing.
But even the juror, one of the jurors, which was a black juror, they didn't say her name, but she said, and I quote, the noose was a bit much.
She said you ain't have to do that.
Like, for you to say, okay, someone says racial slurs, homophobic slurs to you, get it. Pour bleach on you, maybe. But then they just had a noose.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tie it around your neck. That's pretty much what convicted him. Because it was like, you gonna have a noose.
I want his lawyer to say that Jesse was on drugs.
Okay.
And just, because, at this point, that's the only thing that would just make sense.
Right.
I would rather them say he was on drugs. You take that hit, get you some help. Like in Hollywood, you want to go, and then you'll come back and be like, oh, Jesse, it's okay. You was on drugs. But for right now, this line shit, this is out of control.
And the thing about it is, people are still trying to figure out, and I feel like I said that on the podcast when we talked about, cancel culture. Why are you lying? What is the purpose?
We were rooting for you.
I wasn't, but I want to know why you lying. So if you can let us know, call in, write us, think of some podcast.
I'm telling you, it was a childhood thing. I think he's been lying since childhood, and
it just kept on.
Yeah, because I think his sister was like, damn, I thought he stopped that. He bad.
She definitely was like on the side of the wall. Like, she ain't said nothing.
Where the mama at?
Right. Where
whoop his ass.
Like, she just had a birthday. Their mom just had a birthday because I follow his sister on Instagram.
That's unfortunate.
But they didn't say nothing about Jesse.
Yeah. Don't tie me to him.
Okay. But our last dude we're talking about, because since we talking about men, another one that stays in the news, been staying in the news since he had a temper tantrum in Detroit a couple years ago. Trey Songz.
Oh, this nigga.
AKA Trigger, AKA Tremaine. Vegas police has confirmed. Mr. Steel Girl. Vegas police has confirmed they're investigating him for alleged sexual assault, this will be another one because I heard about another one beginning of this year, which was in Miami. No details on the incident has been released yet. However, he is cooperating with the authorities. The people are saying that we need to apologize to Keke Palmer because
they should have been did it. I believe Keke what she said. Why?
But did you? Because I did.
Did.
I'll be honest. honest, I didn't.
I did. I was sad for Kiki when she said that because Kiki, she is too educated for her to lie like that. She said I was hiding in the closet.
She did.
Like all of that. She ain't no Jussie.
She said she was super uncomfortable.
The way she told that story, because I watched her tell the story, I was like, I feel so bad.
I'm apologizing, Kiki. I didn't believe you because at the time
he was taking over with
his
body.
On the Breakfast Club.
No, you was looking at his body.
I wasn't on the Breakfast Club.
He ain't do that to no Kiki. You was one of those.
No, what I would say, he was on the Breakfast Club and he said that it was it was a music video. He was like, she knew it was a music video. He knew he was partying. Pretty much he alluded to she was taking drugs and she had a bad trip. So I was like, that kind of makes sense. But the more it went in, I'm like, oh, like, why would she say I was uncomfortable?
She was saying a lot without saying a lot. She still never threw him on the bus. I knew. She didn't. And I knew it. I was like, damn. I was looking at him sideways after that. Because Kiki.
Not Kiki.
She was my friend since Aquila and the Bee. You know I was about to say since Aquila and the Bee. So no, don't come for Kiki.
Well, y'all do like I did if you had needed to. Apologize to the Kiki because she accused Songz of sexual imitation back in 2017, saying she was included in his music video, pick up the phone without her consent. Police were involved in that incident as well. So, Tremaine, I still love you because your mixtapes are the bomb, but I need you to get it together because you too old.
He too fine to be doing all that.
And you got a whole...
Girls say no.
But okay, so before we go into our topic, I just want to touch on that. Me and my fiance, we talk about everything, but when things like this come up, we always want to know like how he thinks and vice versa. And he was saying like, why would a woman, like say these celebrities meet you at a bar and they were like, come back to my hotel room. He was like, what do you think you're going back to this hotel room for? I always tell him, I get it, but at the same time, if I get to the hotel room and I decide I don't want to fuck you, I don't have to.
No.
And he was like, no, I get it. Should not be raped. Should not force no one. He was like, but why put yourself in that position? And I was like, I get it, but at the same time, if I decide I don't want to do it no more, it's fine. And but what I think that these celebrities is like, I'm Trey Songz, I'm Lil Wayne, I'm whomever. Why you telling me no? And I always go back to, I don't know if y'all know him, I'm sure friend don't, but Darren Sharpner. Yeah, crickets. He was a football player. And I used to, because if you Google him, he used to be a nice looking man. Anywho's, long story short, he raped. He's in prison for raping a girl. Again, and in my mind, I'm like, you too fine. Why are you raping somebody? And I feel like it's that thing, like, why are you telling me no? I'm Darren Sharpner. What are you saying right now?
Why are you telling me no? And I could have got all these other girls and I chose you, so now you wasting my time.
Exactly.
So I think he gets like a little anger, like the audacity of you to waste my time.
So I think that's where that comes from, but at the same time, it's like, that's messed up. And women should be able to go into, like I told my fiance, I'm like, I should be able to go to a dude's house if I just met them. And then if I don't want to have sex with you, I don't have to have sex with you.
Teach your sons consent. Like automatically, that girl said, don't touch her, don't sit by her.
Exactly.
Teach them young.
Now, if you want to kick her out the house, be like, all right, bitch, go.
Yeah, you disrespectful, but it's fine. Do that. Yeah, he put me on the porch. All right, girl.
But you're good. Right. Whatever. So let's get into this topic, friend. Just be a man about it.
Come on, Tony.
You ain't got a lot of money.
Oh, take it down another eye.
Okay. You ain't got a lot of money.
That's good. I like that.
What you got for me, friend?
So we on episode 9. Yes. All right. So we usually start with like some type of definition, something like that. Right. So I'm gonna give just a little information. So they said a new study has found that the average man doesn't become fully emotionally mature until the age 43.
Wait.
43.
Wait.
43.
Damn.
And that's way later than women.
Avi.
Women are typically mature by the age of 32.
I can see that.
A full 11 years earlier than the man, the average man. And about 8 out of 10 women surveyed and said that they don't think men ever mature.
I don't agree.
I don't agree with that either.
I don't agree with that.
I feel like that's blah, 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 blah,
what
blah.
Is it?
Blah, 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 blah.
43, I don't know. I think it hits people differently. I do think it hit people differently. I would agree on the woman's side, though. I feel like, and I want to say 32, but for me, it was 30. It was 30. I was like, oh, I'm a woman now. I really felt that, even though I was already on my own, paying my own bills, all that stuff. But I don't think that constitutes a woman. I feel like you know who you are. You're like, you accept your flaws and all, and you're living in your truth. So I feel like that's when I was 30, that's when I started living in my truth. I wasn't ashamed of things that happened and all that. And it comes with growth. But yeah, I would say 43 for men. I would say more like 35.
For men?
Some men.
I feel like it, honestly, some men can mature, because you can be with like a 50-year-old.
Oh,
and that man can really play with you. Yeah. And I think it really comes to like what you say, like, is you gonna step it up or I'm gone, you know? Or, but for some women, they were like, oh, you know, this is the part that gets me. Boys will be boys.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, that mentality right there is the reason why.
Because you date boys, I don't date boys.
And you make excuses for that they won't mature. When they can, they'll level up. Then you be mad when they level up for the next one.
You gotta hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable. I think that a few characteristics of a man that's mature is self-respect, a leader, like self-control and confidence, and also consistency. That's big. Like, I feel like when consistent, where they know what they want, even when it comes to loyalty. Okay. So if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship with you. I want to date you. I want to show you mean something to me. You know, and if I don't want you, I want to be able to clearly communicate that I don't want to be with you. I think those guys that play the game and they're like leading a woman on, is like, oh, like, okay, I want you, I got you, now I don't want you no more, so I'm gonna play over here with a whole bunch of other women. It's like that maturity level is like, oh yeah, just go out there and keep playing. Don't act like, you know, and it's, like I said, 50-year-olds, 43-year-olds, 35-year-olds, they still play the game.
They still do.
It's not an age thing.
Because I would say that I always reference my uncle, Alex. He was married. He got married, his first marriage, when he was 24. Got divorced a year and a half later because he decided, like, yeah, I'm too young for this. I want to be out here thotting and blotting. No. But I respect that. I mean, I'm one of those women, like, I'd rather for you to be honest and live in your truth than over here and string me along. So he divorced her. And he thotted and plotted because he just got married. I mean, not just, but he got married, I think, when he was like 50. Oh. Yeah. So
he said he had some planning.
Yeah, he had a lot of planning, which he did. I mean, my uncle traveled, went to Brazil. He had women in Canada. He had women in California. I mean, he just was all over the world. Area codes.
Do you think that if a man get bored easy, is it immaturity or ADHD?
What do you mean by get bored easily?
Like, you know,
I get bored easily.
Me too. So I'm saying, like, if they have a woman, but all of a sudden they want 2 and 3 different other women. Like, they want to just talk to a bunch of women. I think that it's immaturity when they can't communicate that. When they can't communicate
that's immaturity. If you want to say, hey, I'm dating you and I'm talking to her and I'm talking to her and I'm talking to her, that's amazing to me. And it's up to you to accept that.
Yeah, I feel like that's maturity.
But if you over here lying, like, baby, you the only one for me, and all that stuff, and you saying that to Tina and Michelle, like, yeah, no. So, yeah.
Okay. What are some things that you think makes a man immature?
Because I'm trying to, like, think back to that time.
That time.
Okay. I think that one of the things that make a man immature is someone that he acts as if you should be happy just to be with him because the way he looks.
Oh, guys, give to women.
So I look like this, so of course you want to be with me. How old are you? Who still does that? What do you have to offer outside of your looks? You need to grow up.
Confidence is sexy, entitlement is not. Yeah, that guy. That's not cute. Okay. So how long are you supposed to stick around if your partner's maturity level doesn't match yours?
Well, I feel like they should never be your partner if their maturity level is not there. That's why I say date.
But what if they don't notice? Because I red flag. You don't think you think it all comes out? I think that when people start dating, they're on. You gonna show them, you ain't gonna see everything up front. Is they gonna act like, oh yeah, let me pay the bill.
Friend, let me tell you something.
Let me do that.
Because you've been out the game for a long time. So let me tell you
You
something.
said that you gonna know? Let
me tell you. I am a detective. You know this about me. I just was talking to my best friend about this. I was like, women don't do enough research, and that's crazy to me. But you date. Dating and being in a relationship is two different things. So if I'm dating you, I'm getting to know you. When Tiffany dating you, I'm getting to know you. I'm listening to you. So the first, I'll tell you, because I can tell you now, because it don't matter, because I'm about to get married. So when I have a conversation, when I first meet a guy, I try to get like all of the information out of them. His middle name. I'm like, oh, what's your name? Because I'm writing it down, because I'm looking you up. I ask like where you grew up at, because I'm writing it down and I'm looking it up. Like I get all of this, and you thinking I'm interested. I am, but I still want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I have a service, ladies, that I pay for $2.99 a month.
She does.
And it's not for stalking issues. It's really honestly because when I was dating, I'm going out with strangers. I don't know these people. I need to know what's going on, and I will look them up. It gives you a lot of information, but my main goal was to see their criminal record, and my main goal was to see if they was lying about anything. Because I have, me personally, ran into men that were married, and they did not tell me. I ran into dating guys that had children, and they did not tell me. So I'm like, no, I need to know these things before I get, because I'll be like, planning our wedding, we're gonna be together. So I'm that girl. So for me I know I'm that girl, but let me pump the brakes first. So that's why I feel like you should be able, I know people have that, what is it called? Their representative for that 90 days. I understand that. But that representative, if you listen closely, if you spend a lot of time with that person, it's some holes you can poke in that story.
You're right.
That's all I'm saying, friend.
You are right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So what do you think about someone that lacks substance? Is that like something that you just will look at like, okay, they're not mature enough. They're not on my level. They don't talk about nothing. They just keep talking about this. Same thing over and over again. That
part, I also dated somebody that repeated themselves a lot. And the thing about me is like, and that's a big pet peeve of mine. And then I start to say, oh, you told me that already. Oh, you told me that already.
So what are we saying? That's socially immature? He ain't matured socially yet?
It's like, I think it's, I don't know, because maybe they had an issue, like some mental issue. I don't know. So but all I'm saying is, if the conversation stops at all of your accolades, if the conversation stops at what you do for a living, if you I dated this one guy. It was short-lived, but I dated this one guy, and I asked him, did he like to travel? And he said, I go here and I like to go to certain places. I was like, okay, wait, where the places you traveled or whatever? And he mentioned it, and he mentioned one of my favorite cities was DC, and I love DC. And he was like, I hated it. And I was like, Now again, difference of opinion is fine. You're not going to love everything I love, but I want to know why. Like, why? I mean, it's an amazing city. Why do you hate it? I just hate it. It was boring, and I didn't know what to do, and did it. Okay. So that was the first red flag. Second red flag.
You was just mad because he hated DC.
Second red flag. He stayed with his father and his stepmom. And
he said they stayed with him.
No, he told me the truth. And he said, because he was on the verge of getting his own apartment, so that was fine. But anyways, he was like that. His stepmom took his clothes out the dryer and sat them on the floor. And he called me. He was pissed off. He's like, I'm about to give me a bottle of Crown because I can't believe her.
Just wash them damn clothes.
I said,
bottle of Crown.
I said, because your clothes is on the floor, you want a drink?
They wanted him out. That's why she did that. She wanted him out. She was tired of him. You know what? Okay, for me, I think that the things that I can't handle if you're immature is you not being able to take accountability, like in an argument. If you can't,
that's a good one.
Like you can't take accountability. It's like I don't want to have the same conversation with you over and over again, and you playing a blame game, or it becomes where I feel like I'm nagging you. I think that that's where it's like, okay, now we got to step it up here. Blaming others, not accountable. What's another one? Oh yeah, you can't argue productively. So it's just like you're storming out or
over talking,
not listening.
I'm right, you wrong.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean, even like a 16-year-old would know how to communicate a little better. So that's some things that. Oh, spiraling. A lot of niggas out here doing that now. Like they're just picking battles with anybody and everybody around them. Like they got something in them that's just exploding, so they got to keep on letting it out. Like they're not emotionally stable, so instead of going to therapy or going to get help or calming down and growing, they just spiral and keep on finding other people. And women do that too. It's a lot
definitely. I was gonna say
I'm not gonna just say men take a long time to grow up. It is a lot of women y'all to blame. A lot of y'all are the reason why these men are 50 years old and still doing that thing, because y'all okay with it. So then when they run into somebody else that's not okay with that, it looked like, oh, this is the thing. Because everybody accepting, the little guy that's, the little 50-year-old that's acting like he's 16.
Now, Fran, I remember you said that women, or some of our listeners as well, wanted us to talk about the whole age.
Girl, they was hot. I don't know what's going on in them streets, but they.
So I know women I know that are out in the dating scene. They like to date older. I never actually put an age limit on who, like, the age I would date. I definitely don't want to date no one like 60? That was like, that's my mom age. So I was like, oh, no more than 10. But again, I never was like, I'm gonna, because you never know who you fall in love with. But I have dated younger. I've dated like 2 to 3 years younger than me. And
how did you feel like you had to mold him?
We didn't stay together that long.
You didn't?
We didn't date that long.
What did you think about him? I mean,
so the one dude that I can think of that we dated for probably 5-6 months, he was childish. And
well, they said 43.
But it was weird in different aspects. Like, he was about his business. Like, his career was boom. Like, career, check. Money management, check. But like, things I consider childish may not be childish to other women. Like, you have an apartment, awesome, great for you. Why you don't got no bedroom set? I'm confused. You're I think he was 31. You're 30. I was 33 at that time. So you're 31 years old. You don't got no bedroom set. I go in your freezer and all you have is liquor. What is going on? Like, I'm confused. Like, it was just a lot of things. Like, he was, I mean, no shade to anyone that's into video games, because I know a lot of men love video games. That's just their thing. But it's like, that's all he wanted to do. Like, everything
I don't think
pertains to
younger is
that.
for you anyway, because you're mature for your age anyway.
Right.
So, like, you can't date down. I think younger men are for maybe somebody that's our age that you see that she, like, still, it's okay if he do that. Like, they're okay. They're a pushover a little bit. Like, they might need to date down so that maybe they can grow together. Okay. I feel. But no, you don't need to be messing down there with them. But you ain't anyway, because you're about to be married. So, I do feel like back in the day, a lot more of the standards of maturity were different than ours now. So I feel like our generation is like, a lot of women are self-sufficient, financially responsible, so they're not really dealing with that stuff. Back in the day, it was like, oh yeah, a man can, long as he got a job, he might come home and be out to 4 a.m. after that because he got a job. Now it's like, no, I got a job too, so you gotta like level up. So I think our expectations might be a little bit higher. Do you think that it's higher, or it was higher back in the day?
I think our expectations are higher, but I do think some women expectations are not realistic.
We touched on that too.
I don't think that some of their expectations are realistic. And I feel like you have to, first of all, you have to really know what you want and not what someone else is getting. And, oh, she got that, so I should get it too. Because what works for her might not work for you. Or what works for him might not work for her. Like, I think that you have to figure out, like, okay, like for me, it's like, I'm not going to be with someone that is bad with money because I'm bad with money. I am. I spend a lot of money. I just did today. But my fiance, he like, nope, this is how much it, okay, nope, we don't put this in the account, we tithe and did it. Like, he is like,
financially responsible.
Me, not so much. I feel like you have to have someone that balance you. But I think women, not all, but women now, they're like, oh, I'm making my own money and stuff like that. But no, this is my money. He needs to spend this on me. He needs to pay the bill. He needs to give me $1,000 if he gon', he got to fly me out and all that. And it's just like, really, that's your requirements of a man? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, that list.
That's crazy to me. But at the same time, I was watching on TikTok because I've been just TikTok on it. Long story short, this girl, she got mad because they were on a trip in Miami and he ran out of money. And he then looked to her to start paying for stuff. And she was like, yeah, nah. Like, I need a man that's got money. I need him. And it's like,
that could be unattractive to some women. Because that could be an automatic red flag that you.
But that could be unattractive to some men because.
Yep, the same.
I heard something recently I heard a story recently that a guy, he's very established, like very engineer, all that good stuff. And he was dating somebody, and I feel from what the person told me that he was like, yeah, you don't have your stuff together enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I got all of this, but what do you like? It's that whole, what are you bringing to the table? And I always say, like, and that was one of my prayers. Y'all talking about Sierra prayers. That was one of my prayers. Like, I want to at least be able to bring something to the table, if not the same or equal as the person I'm going to end up being with. So we can
complement each other.
Because because he has to have this. This is, what do you have?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just, my take on it. But, who am I?
I also think that it's mature when you don't. I know that we're supposed to tell, like, you should tell a man what you want, what you need and stuff. But it's also mature of a man where, say a woman say, oh, my car is down, and I need help. Hey, how can I help? They want to add to you in a way where it's not just somebody like, twiddling their thumbs like, well, what you gonna do about it? That's kind of a red flag to me. Like, he not coming for you, sis.
Well, I think that is a red flag, but I don't want you to ask. I just want you to do.
Do. Yes, do.
Because that's one of the things I love about my fiance. When we weren't even together, we were broken up. And I had a flat tire. And he was on a date. Wow. And I called him because he's my go-to. He's my AAA. And I was like, I got a flat tire. It says it's only 30% left before it gets flat. And he was like, oh, I'm in Royal Oak. And at the time I was living in Clinton Township. And I was like, oh, okay. Hung up. I made a home slippy. And I woke up in the morning and had a brand new tire on my car.
Come on, Kev. That's
so
how you
I'm just saying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But he's done that several times. Like, it's not a...
That's the qualities you look for. That tells you enough.
You want to make sure I'm good. You didn't say, hey, give me $50 so I can get this new tire for you. No, he just did it. I woke up and he was like, oh, okay, your tire's on. Oh, thank you. And it was his birthday, by the way, too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a question. Do you think you can't really get to know someone until you go through something with them?
We just had this conversation.
Really?
Me and Kev. He said that he didn't say go through. He said you don't know someone until you argue with them. And
what does that tell you, though, when you argue with them?
If they batshit crazy?
Yeah.
Or if they know how to argue?
Yeah.
Because I've argued with people and they threw stuff up at me. I mean, they thought it hurt me, but
they were trying to jab you,
so it doesn't matter. So what you telling me? I could, and I'm the person, I don't do tit for tat because I can
go low.
As my grandma say, I can break your knees, but I won't.
So you not Michelle Obama in no situation?
Oh, I am.
You when they go low, you go high
all the time because I don't. Even though people think I'm mean, I do not want you to feel any type of hurt. Even if you piss me off, I can break people, but I never do. I just be like, okay, that's what's up. And I just go and we will separate. But I feel like when you argue with someone, you see them. You see who they are.
Yeah, you do.
You see who they are. Like when you argue with me, I get loud, I get ghetto.
So what does that tell you about that person if they get loud and ghetto? Like they ready to go forward? They don't play.
I do not play. You know what I'm saying? I used to argue with my ex from Miami. He would, when he get mad, it was like and he was a Gemini. When he got,
you see my shirt say your fave is a Gemini.
Not that one. He same birthday as Kanye.
That's why she don't like you. Yeah.
He would go from 0 to 100, and I'm not over exaggerating, and it was scary. It was like, who the fuck are you? Who is this? Like I did not. And then when he was fine, and I was like, and I again ignored the red flags because I didn't realize like, no, this is who you are. Like you don't know how to handle your anger. So yeah, that was scary, and that was an abusive relationship as well. So
he didn't balance those twins yet, and he didn't understand.
No, are you taking up for him?
No, I'm just saying he didn't balance those twins yet. That's the part of his. That's his.
He tried to choke me out, friend.
Oh shit, them twins. One twin was a devil. That's what I got from that argument.
But yeah, I definitely do. You got to go through some stuff to be with somebody for real.
Okay, question. Do men not growing up with fathers in the home influence their maturity or lack thereof?
I don't know.
I mean, just think about it though. They're growing up with no fathers in the home, so they might see their mama taking out the trash. They might see their mama opening the doors for herself. So when they get older in a relationship, do they think that I don't know how to do that? Do they do that longer than maybe a different?
Because majority of the guys that I've dated was a 2-parent household people, and they sucked.
Damn.
So that's why I can't. You can't go by me. Like,
what was some things that you would say that sucked that you think that they should have known for them to be in a 2-parent household? Everything.
Like I feel like they, especially the latter, like I'll say my 30s when I was dating, I feel like they felt like they need to be catered to because their mother catered to them, or their mother catered to their dads, and then also catered to them. So it was
expectation.
Like you expect me, like I'm hungry. Like why I'm hungry? You need to make sure that I eat. What?
I see that a lot too.
That's weird to me.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
I don't. And then, but also, I would have to think about it. Now that I'm thinking, some of those 2-parent households were not healthy. As in, like some of them were divorced, or
pushing through,
or together just because. So, yeah, but I don't. I feel like some of the men that grew up in a single parent household, they're a little better than the 2-parent household.
Yeah, because their mom may be making them take out the trash. Yeah, they do good by a woman when she come, like because they know that's
or
what
they love their mom. They love them because there's men that hate their moms, and I feel like they
hate women.
That part,
it comes out in a way it's like, why are you so angry? Honestly, if we getting candid, y'all, I do feel like a lot of men that are like dating a lot of women and getting into with a lot of women and stuff, that to me it comes off as like, you hate women, you might need to go and go to the other side. Like you might be battling. I do feel that way because when I be saying like, you don't treat women like that if you love it. Because a man that really love women, they really, really want to like, oh, come here, let me massage you, let me do this. It's like the men is just not doing that, and I be wondering like, okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think that men that aren't attentive to women and treat women with that, you know, that delicate nature, I ain't gonna say they need to go on the other side. They need to figure something out.
Because why you don't like women like that? Why are you abusive? Why are you doing all that? I do think that either the devil in you.
But I do think, friend, that I noted here, I was saying that I do feel bad for men, especially black men, because and I know some women are not going to agree with me, but they have like a lot on their shoulders when they are born. Like just when they are into this world and having to juggle that and just going into their manhood.
The pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. And so like you have to also think about who was around them to provide them with those principles of manhood. Like not just their mother, but like for me, like, yes, my Mama Lo was there, but I had a grandmother, I had aunts, I had cousins, older cousins, like that showed me certain things that made me who I am today. It's not just my mom. It took a village. You know, back in the 80s, it took a village. I don't know what you kids doing out here in these streets, but it took a village. So I'm just like, I feel like with men, it takes a village with them too. And if they didn't have that, you know, it's like, I think that some women are super hard on men because they like, well, whatever, and it's like, you don't know that man's story.
No, okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
My story.
Because my mom said something like that the other day. And she was referencing another male. And she was like, you know, well, you know, it's different for him. Because, of course, he was just... He was doing a lot of things that I was like, okay, now he doing too much. He's grown. He needs to grow up. Okay. Like you in the real world, deal with it. Nobody wants to hear your sob story, and nobody wants to keep making excuses for the way you're acting. Like you're emotionally unstable, and you got to stop projecting that on everybody else and just thinking that we're supposed to just roll over and deal with it. And she's like, well, you don't understand because from a guy's perspective, they have a lot on their plate. And I'm like, don't be that woman to make an excuse, Mom.
That's not an excuse.
I feel like I get it, but I feel like, okay, how much are we going to take before we be like, okay, but grow up. Just be a man about it.
You can definitely hold that man accountable, but don't forget, like,
I'm empathizing with you, but I'm not going to keep making excuses. It's not going to keep becoming a cycle where it's like, oh, but you got to learn.
Because you're saying there's no growth.
Yeah, we're doing the same. Okay. It's spiraling. Literally.
That part I get. But I'm saying, like, if he's trying to push through and, you know, battling that, but trying to push through and get better, then that's different.
If I don't see the progression, like you're trying to do that, then I look at it like, you're making excuses.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
So at that point, like, you got to decipher on, okay, just be a man about it, or.
But also, you also have to think about, too, what if that person or anybody, any man, goes into a situation, like, for instance, if they are. They had a, you know, shitty childhood, then it goes into being an adult and some things happen then, like, it's always something, but he's like, you know, he's battling it, and now he has a new life, like, you know, it's a lot of, I just feel like
readjusting.
It's a lot of readjusting. It's a lot for, I mean, it's a lot for women too, but again, I sympathize more with black men because we don't got it like they do. It's different. And I know a lot of women not gonna agree with me, but it's really different for them. And like, and it made me look at it different too when we're going through our premarital counseling, and how Pastor basically, you know, I mean, in the Bible, it's not just him, but it's just saying how it's so much like a man, he up there, like he is the head of the household. He sets the tone. And it's like, dang, that's a lot of pressure. But my fiance, he's like, I mean, I'm on it. I mean, obviously, he's ready. He's ready for that.
Yeah.
But some people don't.
Yeah. It was
and
a lot.
And it's like, you know, if you got all these different changes in your life and adjustments, it's like, and then you got the world looking at you. It's just, I feel bad. Okay, I'm sorry.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I recognize that. I still just want us to still hold certain people accountable. Like,
I get it.
You know, like, I get it. Men, I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Like, they have a lot of pressure. But if a woman is still being behind you and encouraging you and stuff like that.
If you have that encouragement.
Don't jab.
Abusing.
You know, like you have to
can't abuse it now.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
It's a lot I feel like it's a lot of young men that they're just, and I know it's the pressure, but they're making excuses, because if I do take it back, it's like, I feel like, okay, my grandpa had a lot of pressure, but back in the day, they was, they was out and they was just working.
Right. I mean, and I'll say the same. My grandfather had a lot of pressure. I mean, he had 6 kids with a 6th grade education.
Okay.
And he had 3 jobs.
And these niggas got degrees and they still acting up. They not emotionally stable. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. Now, at that point, what the key word is accountability. All right? Just be a man about it. Let's grow up, because a lot of us females, we do have to grow up. We have to go to therapy. Then we have to raise a family. Then we still got to go to work. And we still got to be social. And then if you
sexy, because don't you defraud me.
Yep. Sexy too. Don't defraud them. Don't, that part. What Pastor Wine?
Yeah, Pastor Wine.
Don't defraud them. And on top of that, if you are going through something, do you think that a girl can just be out here projecting and picking a fight with a bunch of people? No, you don't do that.
I feel you, friend.
So I sympathize with y'all black men, but I do feel like some of y'all gotta step it up.
Yeah, you can't be enabling the men though. Women, don't do that. Because I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of women that's just like, I mean, it'll be like a man that's 50 years old and he's just still doing a lot of stuff. Like the part where they not even mature enough to take care of their own kids. Like, to me, like, that's something that's like, girl, if he ain't take care of the first few, then what do you expect? Like, are you going to ask for something, or are you just going to make excuses?
Right.
So, I don't know. That's where I stand.
Okay, friend.
Just be a man about it. That's how I feel.
Just be a man.
Okay, I do have a question. I'm going to let you finish your song.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If a man cannot plan dates on the scale from 1 to 10, how mature is he?
So, I'm not going to put that on a maturity level, because some men, they just don't have that in them. And I've experienced that from dating different type of men. So some men can plan, which I think is super sexy, because I love surprises. But some men be like, where do you want to go? You plan it, and whatever. And some women are fine with that. I'm fine with it either way. I prefer you to plan something, because it shows how, if you know me or not, and it shows like you really took, like, I get to see the time you put into it.
I feel like that's a big thing. It shows
but I don't want to say it's on a maturity level, because some men are just not like that. I know some women are not like that. They're not planners.
Some women are dating right now and they're like, oh, he couldn't, he just keep taking me to the same place. Like, he got to grow up. I need a man.
My cousin, I'm going to shout you out. What friends
you always shouting them out. Who is that name?
Anika Williams. Sheila Williams, no. But she had a birthday. Her birthday is in August, and she was dating someone, and she basically was like, she told me that was the last straw for her, because she said that he didn't plan nothing for her birthday. And in my family, we birthday people. Like, we like, what you doing for my birthday, because this is a national holiday.
Day, like it's you all year.
It's a national holiday. So when she said it, it was normal. So I was like, oh yeah, he gone. But when I thought, I was like, hey, that's kind of about, because, I'm sorry, take that back. He did plan something. It was just not up to her standards.
Okay, so that's different then.
Because she you knew my birthday was coming, and this is all you doing. So
she wanted him to level up some.
Yeah.
You gonna have to be with a guy that been around the block, man, a little bit. He know how to plan a few days. He been down that road a few times.
I think it was more so for her. She said she felt like an afterthought.
Okay, and so it wasn't a priority,
right?
And you know what? And that could play a part, because that might be her love language. Like, she loves, gifts and all that stuff.
Right.
And it might not be maturity. It might just be y'all speaking different love languages.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, friend. I think that was my last question for you.
Well,
yes.
I love that. I love those questions.
Yes, that was good. I hope that this helped, because we did have a lot of people request this. Like,
okay.
I literally had somebody be like, talk about how these men out here ain't mature. It'd be like 40 plus year old men that you still got to jump in there and show them how to step it up.
Because I just think it's more so women don't hold them accountable. I think women lie and don't want to tell like the truth. Mm-hmm. So basically, if you want something, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
And if you want something out of a mate, they have every other little thing that you're looking for, but they're missing this. Just let them know. Mm-hmm. Like my fiance, he is not I'm not gonna say he's not romantic, but he's not that novel movie romance, and that's what I love. Okay. So I have to tell him like, no, like I'll put little hints out, and then like maybe a month later he'd be like, oh, he'd be like, get dressed, we about to go somewhere. He'll never tell me, and then we go somewhere nice, and it just be so. It's like you have to tell him that, and me telling him that, I don't have no problem with that, because I know he's going to deliver. But if you don't say nothing, you know what I'm saying, or just like, as far as the arguing with men, like, if this is someone that you're interested in, be like, hey, let's learn how to communicate better. It looks like you're trying to hurt me, and I'm just trying to get this point across. Like, it's ways to say it, but I do agree that men in their 40s, even in their 30s, they're still got some growing to do. And I think it's because people just let them, like, how they say here in Detroit public schools, people just pass the kids by and let them go up the grades. I feel like that's what women do.
Yep.
They just be like, oh, I don't want to deal with him. Let him be somebody else's problem, instead of be like, no, this is what's wrong with you. Now, I don't want to deal with you no more, but this is why we don't work. Maybe you should work on that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that works, because, I've talked to guys that I used to date, and they be like, you taught me this. I'll be like, I want to see him. Okay. And now they're married now. I'm just saying.
They should be thanking you later.
Thanks. The wives need to be thanking you later.
I know.
And I'm being dead serious, because I'm just saying, because I did not hold my mouth, like, hold my tongue, I should say. I tell you, like, no, this is what's wrong. Like, this is what, like, we don't mesh well, but this is why. I'm not saying that you're not a good person, but this is what's going on. And they'll tell me, like, years later, we're running, like, yeah, Tiff, you told me this, and da-da-da-da-da. My wife said that. I'm like, oh, you're married now? Thank me later.
Yeah.
But we are going to go ahead and talk about that. Touch by, you want me to bring you in?
Yes.
Touch.
Okay, remix.
Touch by an angel.
That was a remix. All right, y'all. All right, I'm talking to y'all, sis.
Ooh.
Sis.
Ooh.
That move that you're trying to make, but you're scared to make, is a game changer.
Ooh, I felt that.
Stop waiting and do it. This is your message today. Just do it.
Friend, I felt that.
Yeah. Anxiety be having you feeling like, I can't. What if? Oh, they ain't gonna like it. They gonna judge me. No.
Do it.
Do it. Like, that's it. We about to go into 2022.
Do it good. Do it just like you should. Right now. Do it good. Do it just like you should. Well, guys, that was a great episode. That was an amazing touch back. Listen.
Just be a man about it.
Ooh.
That was a little soprano.
You ain't got a lot of money. That's my favorite
That's
part.
the Bears song.
Well, no, what she say? She say a part in that song though. She say something about his mama. Oh my God, what she say? She be like, if your mama knows so much so well, go home and be with your mama or something. She say.
I don't remember, but I love that video.
I know, because we got Dr. Dre now. Ooh, yeah. Quick story before we go. So my new last name is gonna be Young, and so if y'all know Dr. Dre, his last name is Young. So I be playing with my fiance. So Dr. Dre got divorced officially. He had the divorce as fuck balloons and had a picture. So I was like, look at Dre. I was like, look at Dre. And then Kev was like, who? And I was like, yo, cousin, look at your cousin Dre. And he was like, he didn't really see who it was. And he was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, Andre Young, your cousin. He was like, no, I don't know who that is. I was like, this is Dr. Dre food. But it'd be crazy if it was.
Yeah, I know, right? And he from California.
Yes, that's why I said you never know.
Did he do the ancestry DNA?
He don't believe in that.
Tell him to do it so Dr. Dre come
from there and y'all cousins. Clone him. All right, guys.
My mom be thinking that same kind of
Listen.
Y'all, go to do that Ancestry DNA test.
Listen, y'all. So make sure you guys send us some listener letters.
Yes.
At thinkuslaterpodcast@gmail.com or also in our DMs. So Think Us Later Podcast on IG. Also Think Us Later Podcast on YouTube. This is where you can see us see our beautiful faces.
Yep, and this shirt that I'm wearing
today.
Is your fave is a Gemini.
Yes, your fave is on Instagram. That was one of our 313 spotlights.
Mm-hmm.
Also, weigh in on the topic. Let us know how we doing. Join us on our lives on Tuesday nights.
Come in there because we talk back, y'all.
Ew.
Oh, this is going to be a good topic to talk about, too. Yes, because I want to know what they feel like. Tell us some questions about men and maturity. How y'all feel about it?
Oh, I know.
Is y'all waiting for 43 or is the biological time clock ticking?
Ooh, and we have to also talk about our next, our new show. We're going to have to talk. Did you watch Harlem Friends?
I'm watching. I'm literally watching.
Okay,
I just
great.
started yesterday.
Great. So when we come back, we're going to talk about it because I got some things to say because that could have, listen.
First of all, nobody told me that Tyler Lepley was in there. I would have been started. Girl, Tyler Lepley.
Diamond from the Punk. Down in the valley when the girls get naked. You know that's Diamond?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. You don't watch P Valley?
You know, it's been a while. It's been a while. I forgot when.
If you watch the Punk, you already know.
I gotta go back, so I'm ready for the next season.
You ain't no fan because you don't ever forget the Punk.
What? I forget a lot of stuff.
I forgot Dory.
It's well pills.
All right, guys. Well, we'll